What's going on, people? Myke Town here with another episode of Records and Ramblings. Before we get into the records, let's do a little rambling. So, I went and saw Marduk and Incantation last week. Pretty good show. The band Svartkrone, they opened. I'm not a huge fan of theirs. They're not bad, but they're not great either, so I didn't really get any footage of them, unfortunately. But Incantation, they were after Svartkrone, and they absolutely killed. This was my first time seeing them, so I was really stoked. I'd been a huge fan of them for years. Not sure why I never saw them before, but they sounded great. Heavy, dirty, ugly, super tight. And seeing these guys live, I had no idea that they were that old. Not that they're like decrepit old, but I just had no idea. I don't know. It was weird. That makes no sense because they've been around forever. I don't know what I was thinking, but at any rate, they were amazing. Marduk, they were up next. And I've seen Marduk a couple times. The best time I saw them was actually on their Panzer Division Marduk tour. They were amazing on that tour. They were good on this tour, but just kind of meh. They weren't quite as good as when I saw them last time. I'm not really sure what the issue was. It didn't seem like they had enough energy. They didn't really seem that into it. They just sounded kind of okay. They didn't really hold my attention at all, but it was still a pretty decent show. And before you guys flood my comment section with this shit, yes, I did hear about the Antifa situation with Marduk, and no, I don't really care. You guys know how I feel about racists, especially Nazis. I came up in the punk scene, I came up around a lot of ARA guys, and you know, my real issue with this whole thing outside of the whole separation of art and artist, or the whole freedom of speech argument, is that Antifa really seems to be really disjointed as far as who they target. No, I don't believe that Marduk are Nazis at all, and I've seen no proof to imply otherwise, but Antifa is out here wasting their fucking time on metal shows with suspected Nazis when there are real Nazis walking around here all willy-nilly that could really use a punch in the fucking mouth. So they really need to focus on who the real fucking enemy here is. That's all I'll say about that. So let's talk about some records. So I went to the show with my buddy Justin, who plays in the band Father Befouled, and he showed up with this record, which was really fucking cool. This is Father Befouled Sacrificing Oblivion. This is their demo, and I knew about this demo before, but I'd never actually heard it, and I didn't know it was pressed on vinyl, so I'm really stoked to have this. So if you don't know who Father Befouled is, I've mentioned them before. It's really disgusting cavernous death metal in the vein of Incantation, Portal, Evangelist, that kind of stuff. I'm actually a big fan, even outside of my friend being in the band. Record's on black, so I won't bother showing you that, but it does come with this really cool insert here. I love the minimal feel of this whole thing. It's just really cool. And while we were on the way to the show, Justin actually played me some songs from the new Father Befouled record that's going to be coming out this year, and I'll tell you, man, this shit, it's fucking nasty, dude. I can already see that record ending up on some end of the year lists. It's that fucking good. Next record I'm going to show you, this is Nick Cave and the Bad Seeds with Skeleton Tree. This is one of the best records to come out last year, easily. Nick Cave just absolutely never disappoints. It's a beautiful, heartbreaking album. I bought this a while ago, but I just never got around to showing it. Nice printed inner sleeve here. I believe he's on tour right now, so if you guys can go to that, if he's playing in your town, make sure you do, because I'm sure it's amazing. I've never seen Nick Cave. Hopefully one of these days I'll be able to change that. The next record I'm going to show you, this is Envy with Atheist Cornea. I've shown Envy records before. This is their 6th album. They are a great Japanese post-hardcore, post-rock band. This one actually has some really interesting riffs on it, a little bit different from what we've heard from them before. Some of it actually sounds like some 90s post-hardcore. Like the second song on here, Ignorant Rain at the End of the World. Listen to that song and tell me if I'm nuts, but it definitely sounds like some of the stuff that we grew up on back in the 90s. But not many bands are doing this sound justice anymore. The compositions here are just absolutely fantastic. It's a bit more upbeat than their last album, the last full-length Recitation was the name of it. But yeah, here's the printed inner sleeve. Very nice. Records on black, won't bother showing you that, but I got a super good deal on this. I think I got this for like $6 or $7 at the record store, because I'm assuming no one that went in that place knew what this was. But yeah, definitely go check this out if you're fans of like 90s post-hardcore, or even if you're a fan of stuff like ISIS. I think you'd really be into this stuff. Next record I'm going to show you, this is State of the Nation with Objective Complete. This was a great post-hardcore band on J-Tree. This came out back in, 1994, if you can believe that. I was still in high school, yeah. But yeah, this is a great album. If you like Sensefield, or if you like Quicksand, I feel like you'll love this. Great catchy songs with some really thick guitar work. Great vocalist. Has members of Farside, has members of Hard Stance, has members of Inside Out. The latter two bands actually had Zach De La Roca from Rage Against the Machine. Yeah, this is some fantastic stuff. If you really want to delve into the whole post-hardcore genre, I think this is a good band to do that with. Great stuff. And I'm sure you can find this at a really good price. I don't think this is like super rare or anything. So yeah, I should probably get myself another copy, because as you can see, it's beat to fucking hell. But sometimes, I don't know, sometimes a beat to hell old record, as long as the vinyl itself is clean, sometimes a beat to hell old record is actually kind of cooler than having some mint condition one. Because you know, some fucking old hardcore kid had this and, I don't know, didn't really take care of it, but that's okay. Whatever. I'm sure it still felt his love, and that is what matters. Right, guys? Yeah, last record I'm going to show you this edition of Records and Ramblings. This is Urkaos or Urkaos. I'm not sure, because I've never heard anybody pronounce this, because I've never seen anybody show this on the YouTubes. But yeah, this is their Rehearsal XI. Great, raw, atmospheric black metal from the same guy that does As Lissasath, does Mystic, does Beketh Nexamu, that guy. The guy that's a fucking genius when it comes to writing black metal records. Basically, if you like As Lissasath and if you like Mystic, you will definitely like this. He has two other records under this moniker. There's Demo 1 and there's Demo 2. Demo 1 is more of the same type of black metal. I don't have that because it's a bit pricey. Demo 2 is kind of like ambient chamber music. I don't really care for it like that. It's cool. If I found it for a good price, I would buy it. But yeah, anyways. And in true black metal fashion, when it comes to this guy, there's nothing inside. There's no insert, no nothing. It's just front cover, back cover. But good enough for me. By the way, I don't know if you guys saw this news, but I saw this on the Bandcamp page. There'll be a new As Lissasath record, a new Mystic record, and a new Beketh Nixamu record coming out soon. I'm not sure when, and I'm not sure what format. All I gotta say is I'm excited. Stay tuned, because I'm sure all those records are gonna be amazing, and I'm sure they'll all be limited to fucking 250 copies, so they'll be impossible to grab. So yeah. Anyways, yeah, that's it for this edition of Records and Ramblings. Stay tuned. There's going to be a special edition of Records and Ramblings next week that's going to be specific to a certain label. So yeah, make sure you guys, I know that was a totally pointless, like, toss-up, because, I mean, whatever. Alright, just watch my shit. Watch my shit, subscribe to my shit, like my shit, comment on my shit, look at all my shit! If you guys figure out the reference that I just threw up there, you're fucking awesome. Anyways, thanks for watching. As usual, thank you for living, thank you for loving, thank you for being you. Please don't die, and I'll see you guys next time. Alright?